Hi, welcome to Jade Gaming. I'm Adam. Now for a third week in a row, I'm going to do Magic the Gathering. This week I'll be unboxing the Born of the Gods Inspiration Struck intro pack. I ended up doing this the third week for a reason. I went online and I found, because the last week I showed what was in it and I said, I'm pretty sure this is what's in all of the, the current intro packs too. So then I go online, I look up Born of the Gods, and I found, where it said that the contents were the 60 card deck, the fixed foil rare, a random rare, and a booster pack from Born of the Gods, and the rule set. Well, that's different. There were 2 booster packs and not just an extra random rare. So I went to my local hobby shop, picked up one of the sets, which on there said that. And it, again, says, like last week, the 60 card deck and 2 sealed 15 card booster packs. So apparently it's possible to see either, maybe. The website that I looked it on did say content subject to change. Maybe they were just wrong and the physical product says this, so I'm not really sure. Anyways, it's also newer. It's actually the current block and gets 1 set back from the most recent. But, so I figure, there's probably going to be some slightly different rules. They always add, remove, whatever's coming. I know one of the things they have, they're gods, which I don't like, because they're a creature type, and like all their creature types, it's a capital G, but, and this is another thing looking at it in the store that I loved, it's lowercase g in the description where it would normally be. So that made me happy. Just as a, what I feel is right. So, deck, and 2 booster packs, just like was before, and then the 2 rule pamphlets. The one that has each of the card lists for the current decks on one side, and just whatever promotion on the other. And then this will be the how to play, probably the same. Yeah, there's that little look at the table, look at cards, same as the Magic 14. Alright, so we will start with this deck. There it is. So this is the one that you see when you look at the deck, and it sort of intrigued me. Arbiter of the Ideal. It's a creature Sphinx with flying, but it has Inspired. Whenever it becomes untapped, reveal the top card of your library. If it's an artifact, creature, or a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield with a manifestation counter on it, and that permanent is an enchantment in addition to its other types. I'm curious what that means as far as other cards in the set. What if manifestation counters are used elsewhere, if enchantment is good, or if that just means it can be destroyed because it's an enchantment. I don't know. But just going through. Alright, Inspired appears to be something happens when it becomes untapped. So that's a rule in that. So yeah, it's a blue and black deck. We get this, I guess, whatever. For a black and tap an untapped creature you control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. But it's a defender. Let's see if we can get it all. This one has Inspired. When it becomes untapped, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way. You generated. Alright, got this uncommon. It's a Zombie Siren. And when it becomes untapped, each opponent discards a card, then puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Be fun to put in a mill. When it becomes untapped, you can pay a cost and put a bird enchantment creature 2/2 with flying on the battlefield. I wonder if there's... Flash is always fun. You can play anytime you can play an instant. And when it enters the battlefield, untap another target creature you control. So that'll help these with Inspire, things to untap them. When this is untapped, pay cost for Black Zombie enchantment. So that would be likewise with the one that was just the bird. Lifelink. Target creature you control gains Intimidate until end of turn, and a creature with Intimidate can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and creatures with that share a type with it. When this enters the battlefield, you can scry for 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library and put them back in any order, and put any number of them on the bottom of your library and the rest on top in your order. So that's more than that. And then we get islands. Love the art on the islands, and there should be swamps. Oh, it's not bad. Some okay art on the swamps. I love islands better always though, but I prefer blue, so that's just what I'm gonna do. Tap this, tap untap creature you control, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, so this will let you tap a creature to then untap it with other things. Enchanted creature has pay a cost and tap. Target player puts the top 3 mills. A couple of those. Until end of turn, target creature gains tap. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That would be fun. It's an instant. It would be fun to put on, because it's until end of turn. You can put it on a creature if you have something probably in here to untap more, and then the inspired effects happen. I'm going to have fun with this just as a pre-made for a bit first. The way equipment artifacts work is you play them, and then you pay their equip to attach them to something, if I remember correctly, and then when it's equipped, pay 2 and tap to tap target creature. Instant, put target creature on top of its owner's library. Enchant creature, gives it tap, scry 1, draw a card. Sorcery, draw 3 cards, target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library onto his graveyard. Destroy target creature, its controller loses 2 life, and a rare here, sorcery, 2 and X, exile X target creatures. For each creature exiled this way, its controller puts a 2/2 green boar creature token out of the battlefield. That's interesting. Putting in the green all of a sudden, and I don't know. That's the last one in there. So just as far as that deck, it's a little bit, it jumps around a little bit, because I mean a lot of it is that inspired, that you want to tap things and untap them, make sure everything is tapped. But before your turn, so you have your untap step, it all untaps and the inspired effects happen. And that's great, and that pretty much runs throughout it. And then it seems like little bits in there, they have a bit of mill, which I guess you could throw in just a bit of mill in a deck to just be obnoxious, but usually you see that as I'm going to make you deck yourself sort of method of winning. Like I had to play against one of my buddies with that had that over the weekend. Then we got the 2 booster packs. Of course, as always, going to be different, but It's fun for me to open them. Maybe you're interested in knowing what I get. Maybe you just have fun. I don't know. Alright, we got our commons. Let's see. I'm going to do them later, but if you throw it on high def, you could read through the commons if you so choose. I know I can read them. I have it close enough. Working on the glare. We get to our uncommons. Sky Reaping. It's a sorcery for 2. When it deals damage to each creature with flying equal to the number for each forest in the mana cost of permanents you control. Uncommon Frantic of Xenagos. It's a green-red Centaur Warrior with Trample, Tribute. As it enters the battlefield, an opponent of your choice may place a +1/+1 counter on it. And when it enters the battlefield, if it wasn't given that +1/+1 counter, it gets +1/+1 in haste until the end of turn. So either it gets permanent +1/+1 or it gets +1/+1 just now and can attack right away. Uncommon Sorcery, Dawn to Dusk. Choose one or both. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand, or destroy target enchantment. We get our rare. Right. Ephra, God of the Polis. It's indestructible as long as your devotion to white and blue is less than 7. It isn't a creature, so you have to have white and blue costs more than 7 white or blue for it to be a creature. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control last turn, draw a card. So it's a 6/5 for 4. Uncommon Shiny Foil, whatever. With Reach, and for whatever, it's green if you pay 3 in black. It gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You can only do that once per turn. Plains and not a token. Alright, again, let's see what the commons. In general, if you're just looking for what cards do in the set, usually Wizards of the Coast has them, by the time the set is released, on their website, if you dig around a bit. Uncommon? Kraken of the Straits. That's actually kind of a cool image. It's 5 and 2 blue, it's a 6/6 Kraken creature. Creatures with power less than the number of islands you control can't block it. Kraken of the Straits. Alright, we got Human Shaman. Uncommon here. Haste, 2/2 for 3. 1 in blue, scry 1. So you get to essentially choose if it's on the bottom or top of your library. Uncommon Eternity Snare. For 5 and a blue. Enchant creature. When Eternity Snare enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So you put it on your enemy. Then Fate Unraveler. An enchantment creature, Hag. So there no longer are... Yeah, enchant creatures used to be enchant creature. So that is a creature that's type is enchantment. So when compared to old sets, that could be very confusing, but okay. And whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. Alright. Island. And a Cat Soldier token. Love getting the tokens. 1/1 white rejoins that something else would have to put into play. So, yeah, there's what's in the booster. And I guess the god creature card was also legendary enchantment creature. So maybe the set references that and uses that specifically. I just didn't notice it then. There used to, the enchantments that enchant a creature used to be the type of card was an enchant creature. So now enchantment creature messes with my head. Anyways, but yeah, so that was my Board of the Gods intro pack for Inspiration, Struck, and the boosters that came in it. And as I said, apparently, depending on where you get it, it may have 2 boosters as this, or it may only have 1 booster and just, aside that, an extra rare. I'm not really sure. I guess to be fair, the set that I saw that other way was essentially a set of all of the intro packs together, but it said each intro pack as if the store put them together. I'm not really sure. Anyways, whatever. Other places may not be like that. That wasn't how it was at my gaming store. I went thinking that they changed it, and apparently it's just read it and make sure you're getting what you think. But yeah, so again, check out Magic. I'll try and have something not Magic, at least for next week. Not to do it every week, although, especially now that I've had some of my friends start getting back into playing, I'm enjoying it. It's been a while. 2 years maybe? Out of it, getting back in. Oh no. But anyways, so yeah, Magic the Gathering, fun card game. Check it out and have a good day.